Hello, welcome to another episode of OmenG's Stupid Scary Stories. Number 30. It was a night like one I'd never seen before. Cold. And I mean like super cold. I was freezing my balls off. Like literally. They froze off. I heard the sound of two things tapping against the ground. I looked down. It's my balls. I picked them up and I put them in my pocket quickly. Moved on. Hopefully they thawed out. I could reattach them. But that's not the point. It's just wanted to set the mood for you. Very cold. This cold was going on for days, nights, after night after night of sub-zero temperatures. It was freezing. It was like everywhere you saw or could look, it was just icy cold. They had been talking about this storm that was coming. You know what I'm saying? It's like supposed to be the coldest storm that we had ever seen in decades. Decades, they said. Sub-zero temperatures. Snow like no snow ever seen. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. This weather came in like a big, huge, gigantic wave. Coldness. Whoosh. Blew in, right? Sitting on my front porch, minding my own business. Nice, warm, sunny day, right? Everything was beautiful. Birds were chirping. Squirrels were doing squirrel stuff, eating nuts, hiding them. Groundhogs were digging burrows and shit. Hawks snatching up little rats and stuff off the ground. It was a regular, beautiful day. Dogs barking, cats meowing. Then all of a sudden, this front cloud, this big wall, started moving in across the horizon, slowly moving forward. You could feel something in the air. It's just, it's just strange. The air became still. The birds stopped chirping. The dogs stopped barking. The cats, well, they kept meowing and shit because, they're cats. And they like to be dicks sometimes. One came up to me and was like rubbing up against my leg. I went to go pet him. He scratched the shit out of my hand. I was like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking cat. Get out of here. I went to go kick him. He moved. I tripped and fell down the stairs. Got up, dusted myself off. He came over doing his little purring shit. I was like, I wonder where that fucking noise originates from. These days I'm gonna cut you open and find out. But that's not the point of the story. It's this big, huge cloud wall moving closer and closer. As I got up and dusted myself off and shooed the cat away, I looked up. Still air. I could feel the chill. I could feel it. Temperature dropped significantly. I was like, oh my God. It's freezing all of a sudden. Went in the house, closed the door, sat down in front of my TV, turned on the news. Nothing was on the television. It said, please stand by. So I sat there for a little while, Figured maybe there was some kind of technical difficulties, right? You know what I'm saying? Sat there for about 5 to 10 minutes. I was growing impatient. Went, made myself some popcorn chicken, had some hot sauce and shit, French fries, I was hungry. Looked outside. It was so quiet, eerie, cloudy, cold. Turned my heat up. It was getting cold inside. That's when I looked at my windows and I could see like frost forming on the insides of my windows. I knew something was up, right? This is not normal. You know, it doesn't get that cold, and I've got my heat on. I've got insulation. I've got new windows. Like, what the hell is happening here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I was getting nervous. I went upstairs. Kids were sleeping. I don't know why. For the sake of the story, they're sleeping. My wife was watching television upstairs. Well, not really watching TV. She was streaming some shit. So, you know, I'm the only one that, like, kind of watches TV. But don't get lost in the details. Okay? She's watching something. I was like, hey, it's, like, really cold outside all of a sudden. It got quiet as shit. There's no animals doing animal stuff. This little fucking asshole cat scratched me, made me fall down the stairs. Little asshole. I'm gonna cut them open one day and find out what makes them purr. She said, that's sick. That's sick. That's just, why would you even think anything like that? It's like, wait. Let's not get off task. Let's talk about why it's so cold. Did you, like, turn to a news channel or something? I'm trying to find something out. I was trying to watch it downstairs, but, you know, it said something about some damn please stand by, and I've been sitting by for quite some time now, and I haven't seen anything. She said, well, hold on, let me see it. No, what the hell is this? I said, you were just watching? She said, no, I'm watching a movie I saved. I'm not streaming anything. The internet's out. I'm like, what? No. Why is the internet out? Went back downstairs, checked the lines and shit. Everything was fine. Except, obviously, the modem was blinking red, which means no signal and shit. So, you know, I went outside. It's cold. The freaking cold smacked my face. Pow! I was like, oh shit, ran back in the house, put on my coat and hat, gloves, shoes, boots. Well, not shoes and boots. That's what I meant to say. You know what I'm saying? Went back out. I was like, jeez, it's fucking freezing. And I went to the side of the house and I looked. I saw ice forming on the lines. It snapped. And I'm like, this is not normal. The grass was frozen. Tree limbs were snapping under the weight of the ice. And I'm like, there's no rain, so why is ice forming? And I noticed my hand was starting to, like, freeze and shit. I ran back in the house like, oh shit, this is fucking, this is crazy. Ran upstairs and told her what was going on. She's like, it's getting cold in here, turn the heat up. I was like, the heat is on full blast. I just turned it up on my way in because I was so fucking cold outside. I was like, yo, things are freezing solid and breaking and snapping and shit. And I'm getting nervous. It was at that point, the lights went out, right? They just went out. I was like, we need some kind of electrical source. He's like, remember you got the truck batteries and inverter thing? Just hook up the furnace and shit. Go hurry up and do that now. Ran down the basement. The cold, that frosty, icy shit that was forming on the windows was in the basement. And I noticed something. I looked over towards it, you know, I'm like, is it moving? And I stared hard, right? It's like really, really looking at it. And I noticed that it was moving. It's like, no. Flashed my flashlight over on it. A little closer. And it started taking shape. Like, kind of like a human form, but obviously not human because it's frosty ice type shit. It's like one in a corner, another one started to form, another one started to form. At that time, I ran back up the stairs. I didn't even hook up the battery. I was like, yo, listen, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but I'm not going back down there by myself. Wake the boys up. They gotta come with me. This is crazy. I think there's humans forming out of ice in our basement, or maybe some type of crazy ass creature of some sort. Possibly. Maybe. Bring them, come on boys, let's go. So, you know what I'm saying, my sons and me, we went back downstairs into the basement. I grabbed the battery and the inverter and shit, and I hooked up the furnace because, you know, it was getting cold. And when I got back down there with them, I didn't see those ice humanoid things, right? Like, I didn't see them. So I was like, oh, fuck, maybe I'm seeing things. I heard a noise coming from the very back of the basement. It's like a scratching sound. It's like, what the fuck is that? So we walked, looked back there, and one of the humanoid ice things was carving one of the other humanoid ice things' face. Well, he was carving a face into the humanoid ice thing. Like, his eye, carved another eye. We're like staring at this shit dumbfounded. Like, so, immediately we panicked, right? Because what else would you do if you saw some like ice creature thing carving another ice creature thing a face? So we haul ass back up the stairs, slam the basement door, put the locks on, click, 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 lock it up, tight. Furnace is running, so it's warm where we are, right? But I'm like, yo, babe, what if, listen, there's some shit in the basement, ice creature thing, carving eyes into this other ice creature thing in the corner. We hooked up the battery, but like, if it can use a knife to carve another ice creature thing, like, it might disconnect the battery. We gotta figure out another way to heat ourselves, because this shit could go sideways. It's like, wait, hold on. Like, what do you mean, ice creature fucking thing? Move out the way. So she unlocks the basement door, right? Goes down the stairs. She's like, come on. I'm like, no, I'm not going down there. You must be out of your fucking mind. Me and them saw it. We're not playing around. We're not going back down there. I would suggest that you don't do that either. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Don't do it. She did it anyway, right? I'm like, yo, looking at the boys. They're like, lock the fucking door. I'm like, I can't lock your mom down there. No. So I locked the door anyway, right? And I figured she can knock when she comes back up, just in case. And if it's not her that knocks, well, then we know that, the thing's got her. We got to protect humans, ourselves. It's not our fault she went down there. Anyway, she goes down. I hear her, oh, shit! She comes running back up the stairs. I open the door quickly because I don't want to get yelled at for locking her down there, because, that's kind of a bitch move. But what would you do? Shit. What would you do? Told her not to go down there. So she slams the door, locks it. She's like, holy shit, what the shit? What the fuck's going on? I was like, that's what we were trying to tell you. We don't know what's going on. We have no idea. It's like, we can't stay in here with those things in here. It's like, well, they can't get out the basement. Well, what were they doing when you went down there anyway? She's like, he's like carving something on the other one or some shit. I didn't really stick around long enough to see. He's just doing something with a knife in his hand. It's like, see, that's what I told you. I told you that's what it was doing. Shit. You didn't want to fucking listen to us, right? You thought we were just fucking joking around, being crazy. Anyway, though, right? So we're all, in the living room by the heat vent. Heat's blowing. We got it on full blast. I'm telling you, full blast. And it's struggling to stay above 50, right? I was like, how cold must it be outside? So, reluctantly, I go to the front room, slide the curtain to the side to look outside to see, like, what it looks like out there, right? I see two of our neighbors walking. They're all parked up and shit, hats and gloves. They're like, first down or South Pole, just cold weather gear, and they're head to toe, like not fucking around playing shit, right? Wrapped up tight, walking. So it must be windy out there, because they're walking kind of like slow motion, or they're freezing. I don't know what's going on, right? So I'm thinking, do I open the door? Like yell out to them, see what's going on? So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, So, I open the door slowly, because I don't want to get smacked in the face with all that cold ass air. But as I open the door, the frost shit starts to spill in. So I slam it back. That point in time, the two neighbors heard the door slam. They look over. And I look, and what I see is these glowing blue eyes coming from between like the scarf and hat. I'm like, people's eyes don't glow like that. There's something wrong here. It was at that point, right? You know what I'm saying? They shedded their parkas, cold weather stuff. And it was those ice creature things that were in our basement, but they weren't the ones that were in the basement. They just looked like the ones that were in the basement, except they had the blue glowing eye things, these sharp, jagged, black, fang-like dagger teeth in their mouth, right? They weren't making that noise, but I'm just, making that noise so that you can understand that it was like sharp ass teeth, and like if it was attached to something that did make that kind of noise, but it wasn't making that kind of noise. It wasn't making any noise at all. It was just like showing these black teeth against their white, frosty skin, these glowing blue eyes. They looked at us. They started coming towards the door, but they walked really slow. So I'm like, we have to get the fuck out of here. We've got these things in the basement. There's some in the fucking front. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're cut off. There's no power. Who knows how long the furnace is gonna last? And then it stopped. At that moment, as I said it, it stopped. She's like, thanks for fucking jinxing us, you stupid ass. I said, Jinx, there's two ice creature things in our basement. That's not a jinx. That's fucking bound to happen. Shit. They're carving things, hand movements they have. So it begs to reason that they'd be able to unplug the fucking battery. It's not my fault. But we need to figure out what we're gonna do. We can't stay here. We can't go out there. It's obviously fucking freezing cold out there. And what the hell was it doing wearing clothes? Those were our neighbors. I've seen them wear those same jackets before. So I don't fucking know. So try your cell phone. See if there's like cell service or something. Maybe there's something. She looked at her phone. There's no signal. It's like, damn it. We're cut off. We're trapped in the house with these things in the basement. But the door's locked. They can't get through it unless they kick it down. And they walk really slow, so I don't know if they can actually kick it down, right? And it's at that moment I hear something coming up the basement stairs. Slow, methodical, thump, 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 thump. Now, the temperature in the house is dropping drastically, very quickly. Very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Very quickly. And all of a sudden, the door in the front of the house swings open. A burst of freezing cold air. And I mean more frozen feeling than I'd ever felt in my life hit us. Oh, my face hurt, numb. After the hurt, it became numb. It's like frostbite almost. We ran into the back of the house in the kitchen, right? Had a grill. I threw some charcoal in it real quick, fucking doused it with lighter fluid, and lit that shit up. We stood there at the kitchen. And there's doors in our kitchen, so we closed them and locked them. We were stuck in this kitchen with this grill that's now putting smoke into our kitchen. But we're warm, right? We're warm, at least. For now we are. Now who knows how long the charcoal will last. I mean, I had like a whole bag of it. I just opened it, so it begs the reason that it will probably last for a while. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. There's two creatures coming up the stairs from our basement, and there's two that are probably coming through the front door now. And it's ice cold outside, so we know we're not gonna make it. Coats are in the basement, hallway place. Clothes are upstairs, and nobody's leaving this fucking kitchen. We're not leaving this kitchen. So we're sitting here, right? Listening to the thump, thump, thump throughout the house. We're walking. You hear them go upstairs. We hear noises, sort of like. So they're obviously communicating with one another, right? That's what we think. Who knows what the fuck they're doing? We're not looking at it because we're too scared to. Shit. Plus, we don't want to freeze. It's cold, right? So I'm thinking, do we have a lighter? Lighter fluid, lighter, charcoal. Obviously, we do have a lighter. Shit, okay. Let's make some type of a torch thing, maybe, right? Spray them with some of this lighter fluid and then set them on fire. And we can reclaim our house and take it back from these ice thing creatures. What, sharp teeth, blue eyes, shiny the way they do. We can't have this. She's like, I'm not doing that. You are on your own. I looked at my boys. I said, boys? They said, no, Dad. No. We're not doing that. I said, come on. We're just going to huddle in the kitchen? I'm hungry anyway. Put a burger on the steak. Steak on the grill. And a burger for you guys. I'm having steak, though. But we really need to figure out how the hell we're going to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is craziness. It's craziness. Then all of a sudden, I heard a truck driving down the street. Sounded like a trash truck. It's coming through the back. I was like, oh shit. Someone is driving. They don't drive. I can't see them driving. They move too slow to drive. They probably just mash down the gas pedal and fly by. One of us needs to go out there and signal them. Tell them we need to get out of here, right? Maybe they can save us. Save us. So, like, looking at my kids and looking at my wife, they're looking at me like, you're gonna do that shit. We're not going anywhere. So, prepare myself. Like, close the door and do not open this door unless you hear me say it's me or Reese. Then you can open the door. But if I don't say that, I make any kind of weird noises, don't open the fucking door. I don't want them to get you guys. That would be terrible. But if this truck is not really here to save us, well, I don't know what to tell you guys, because, shit, then I'll be like dead and shit. You won't be able to know what's happening. Watch the window. Just, keep your eyes outside. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, that's what you do. So I ran out the back door. Slipped on some ice. Busted my ass again. Now, mind you, remember, my nuts had fell off. So they're rolling around like marbles on the frozen ground and shit. I'm like, oh, no, come on, man. Chased one down, got it. Ran, tried to get the other one, got it. Put them back in my pocket. Ran to the street. Started waving at this truck. Waving at it. I'm like, is he gonna stop? Doesn't seem to be slowing down. I saw him. He kept coming. Just driving. Started moving like he was gonna drive right into me. And I'm like, wait, hold, stop! I dive out the way. Drives over my lawn, hits the house next door, crashes, stops all of a sudden. No more sound of truck driving. Now it's just like the engine is revving, like the person still has their foot on the gas. But obviously the truck's not going anywhere. So I make my way over to the truck slowly, right? I'm thinking to myself, I have no weapons to fight off whatever it is that's in this truck. Or maybe the person needs help. I don't know. So, I go slowly over to the truck. I grab the door. I open it. And out falls this guy, right? He's alive. But he's dazed. Like something hit him in the head. I see like blood and a knot on the side. It's like, grab him, drag him in the house. Thinking to myself, wait, maybe we can get the fuck out of here using his truck. But no. He fucked it up, so when he hit the house, like, busted the engine, fluid leaked out of it, and it froze, so now we're not going anywhere. And now we got this guy in the house with us, so we're all stuck in the kitchen. We're talking about what's going on. He tells us a terrible tale of, like, the city that he was driving from, and ice people, things, massacring people left and right. They're, like, move really slow, but it can still catch you because, most people, when they're outside, they're cold. So they're not really paying attention. They're all wrapped up. They don't have the peripheral vision that they need because their hats are pulled down real low like so. And they got the hoods over their heads like this. And, they're wrapped up. So they don't really see them coming. And they get them. Eating them. So now he's telling me how these white frosty snow creature things are soaked red with blood. People eating humans. They are terrible. I said, it is. And he was like, yes, it is terrible. It's fucking crazy. I was driving, trying to see if there was any people left to save. I saw you in the street. Something threw a ice ball, smacked me in my head as I saw you. I went unconscious. I'm sorry. sorry. I said, does anybody have any idea what's going on? Like, did you hear any news or see anything? Is there a military response? Police? Emergency? What? Something has to change this. Yeah, I know the smoke in here is bad. This is terrible. But we don't have any other choice. They cut the power. And the furnace battery we had hooked up was no longer working. So we're kind of assed out. Sorry. But tell me more. He told me this and that and this. We're all looking at him just like in shock because this is craziness happening to us, right? Like, we heard about a storm coming, but we had no idea that the storm was going to be something that we would never fathom it would be, which is ice creature storm. Like, snow, blizzard, wind, cold temperatures. Yeah, it's normal stuff you're used to. But ice creatures? Ice creatures that eat people? We weren't fucking ready for this shit. We weren't ready for this at all. It was just then I heard something wonderful. My phone was ringing. Picked it up. Hello? It's a scam call. But it made me happy because that meant we had a signal. So immediately I dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? What do you mean, what's my fucking emergency? Are you on the same planet that I'm on? Because if you're on the same planet that I'm on, then you know what the emergency is, god damn it. There's fucking ice creatures eating people, freezing cold temperatures, solid ice. Shit's real. Excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to stop yelling. I can't help you if you don't stop yelling. I don't appreciate your attitude with me. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I expect an answer without the yelling and the profanities. Fine. Jeez. We are at 125 Johnson Road. House. Blue. Ice creatures in the basement. Maybe in the front. We've locked ourselves in the kitchen. We need help. Truck driver was driving. He crashed. He's with us too. He's got a serious head wound, injury, bleeding badly, profusely, I say. And he needs help. We need help. We need rescue. Where's the police? The police aren't coming. What the fuck? Where'd that voice come from? Turn around, I look at the door to the kitchen. They're both on the same end, besides the one that's in the back. I said, did you guys hear that? They said, yeah, I heard that shit. It's fucking crazy. Hello? The line was dead. Once again, I looked at my phone, cell service was gone. I was like, shit. The fuck are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we did, folks. We sat there in front of the grill for about, 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. And, we waited. And waited some more. And finally, thank goodness, the sun pierced through the clouds. A beam of light so magnificent, it started to melt the damn snow creatures that were out there, bubbling down into puddles of icy water with black teeth things in them and shit. Some of them, obviously, because they had been covered in blood, made red puddles. But for the most part, it was just water, just everywhere, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Just watery stuff. And, right? It was craziness that we couldn't understand. But the sun came up, and we were happy about that. So it started to warm up. Ice creatures were melting. And we sat there in the kitchen, scared to go out, but eventually I said, we have to go out and see what's going on. Sunlight, maybe they're all gone. I opened the door. To my surprise, and my wonderment, they had melted right on my couch, soaked it. It's all wet, and smushy. I was mad about that, but I was happy that they were gone, right? Because they were gone. So, we survived the storm of the ice creatures. That's why I was able to tell you this tale. Thank you for joining me for another stupid, scary story from OmenG.